What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Brain Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, we could be hearing about a PS5 Pro literally this week. So today I want to make a video talking about the top games that I personally would like to see patched for PlayStation 5 Pro. This doesn't just include exclusive titles. This also includes just general games that have come out for the platform over the last few years that I would personally like to see some performance improvements and graphics improvements, mainly to a lot of these games. So starting off with number one, this is going to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I actually completely held off playing this game in hopes that we are going to get a PlayStation 5 Pro patch. Now, I'm going to wait another 6 months to a year because I'm really not bothered about this. It's a single player game. Like, I'm not missing out on anything. It doesn't bother me like thinking that I'm going to see something that spoils it. It just doesn't bother me because I'll forget about it. So I want to see this game patched because graphically, when I booted this game up, it really did not look that good at all. Very hazy. You can see they're really heavily leaning on FSR, and I want to see PSSR put into this game to make the quality and the image quality just look so much better, and then also just a higher resolution in general. You're already at 60 frames, and when they get to really bad image quality where it's very fuzzy and they're leaning on FSR, that very much says that there is a GPU bottleneck, not a CPU. So this is something that can absolutely be improved. So I am personally very excited and hoping desperately that we do see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth patch, because that is a game that just needs it, in my opinion. So I really hope we see that coming out soon. The second game on my list, we're going to go through these. These aren't in any particular order, they're just general stuff. A Plague's Tale Requiem. Now, I originally played this game on PC at the start, and then it was stuttering a lot, so I got really frustrated. Went back to console. It was 30 FPS at launch, but I believe they added a 40 FPS mode and then a 60 FPS mode. Now, in quality mode, 30 FPS, this game looks absolutely incredible on PS5. But when you go to the 60 frames mode, they reduce the frame rate of like the rats and stuff, so it doesn't look so good, and the graphics is just generally lower. And I really think that this game could do very well with a PlayStation 5 Pro upgrade. It already looks incredible, but just having that extra GPU performance, maybe seeing some actual ray tracing in the game at performance mode would be really nice to see. The next game on the list is actually Alan Wake 2. Now, this game, it looks great already, right? Like, it's insane how good it looks. On PC, you've obviously got path tracing and stuff like that. I do not expect to see path tracing on console, but I would like to see a boost to image quality and resolution in the performance mode, and also see some ray traced lighting and things like that added to that performance mode, because I think it would really enhance a game that already looks as good as this. I can't wait to see, because I really strongly believe that this game is one that could get patched for PS5 Pro. The next game on this list is going to be Cyberpunk 2077. Now, this game already looks phenomenal on console, but even better on PC, and I would really like to see definitely boosting the lower resolution that this game upscales from, using PlayStation super sampling resolution or their PSSR. I really want to see what they do with the quality and the image quality from that, but also I think we could start seeing some more ray tracing features, maybe see a little bit of path tracing. I don't know if that's going to be doable. Maybe at 30 frames we could see some path tracing added to this game, but if not, I would really like to see some ray tracing added to the performance mode on Cyberpunk. Dragon's Dogma 2 is one of the top ones on my list as well here, because I really think this game is a brilliant game, and the performance is very weak. We're not even at 60 frames on this console, so this is something that, in my opinion, really could do with it. I don't know if it's doable. I'm not a flippin' game creator, so I don't know if this is CPU or GPU bottlenecked. I think from what I've read online and heard from like Digital Foundry talk about this game, it is GPU bottlenecked. So I do think, and they also have talked about Dragon's Dogma 2 being patched for PlayStation 5 Pro, I think this could be a really good game to have patched to get to 60 and have some quality enhancements and things like that, because I think that really could be doable. The next one on the list is Elden Ring, and specifically I would like this game to just have a boost of resolution. I think it looks good on console already. There are stutter issues and stuff like that, but I just don't see them patching this because they've just left it since launch and it's not been patched. And I just don't see them getting an enhancement for PS5 Pro, unfortunately, because in the end of the day, they don't seem to want to patch the games. But if it did, I would like to see a boost to quality. I've played this game on PC and I played it on console, and the PC version has ray tracing in the 60, or well, whatever frame rate you can get. But I think it's 60. It's locked on PC as well. But I would really like to see some ray traced elements added to the performance mode on Elden Ring, because I just think that would look great. The colors in this game are some of the best I've seen in any game, so I'd really like to see that. Onto a exclusive title from Sony currently still, God of War Ragnarok. Now this game is another one that already looks great on console, but again, would like to see ray trace lighting, shadows and things like that added to some of these awesome games personally, but we shall see. I'm not going to spend too long on that game because we all know it's good, but I just want to see some additional enhancements to what already looks great. Gotham Knights. Now, I'm one of those people who actually quite enjoyed Gotham Knights. There were some parts of the game I didn't like. Obviously, it wasn't as good as like the original Arkham games, but in the end of the day, in my opinion, I'm just talking about me, I enjoyed this game. Now, currently this is locked at 30 frames per second on console. I really think we could get there with a PS5 Pro. This game should be 60 anyway. There's nothing going on in this game that makes it need to be locked to 30, so this game could definitely do 60. So that's one I would like to actually see boosted up to 60 frames per second. The next on the list is Lies of P. Now, what I would like to see from this game, because this game already looks so good on console. In fact, I'm actually doing another playthrough right now this evening as we speak, because I just really love this game so much. And I would like to see, in the quality mode, I would like to see that boosted to like native 4K with I'm sorry, I know what I'm saying. I'd like to see the quality mode become the performance mode at 60 frames per second with really gorgeous visuals. I think that would just be so good. I think it's already like 40 FPS or somewhere around there. I think we could see the quality mode at 60, and then I would like to see the performance mode unlocked and see it boosting well above 60, because I think that could be really good for a game like this. It goes above 60 on PC. It's one of those games that normally with the like this type of genre, a lot of the creators actually cap it at 60, but this game can go as high as you like on PC. So I would really like to see this game boosted to like 120 or close as it can with a VRR display. I think that would make it look really good. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is another one, in my opinion, that looked brilliant at launch, but you can start to see this sort of, I don't know the image quality. It's the same with like Jedi Survivor and stuff like that, which we'll get onto in a minute. But those kind of games and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth become very like, it's not like pixelated, but it kind of is watercolory at distance. I don't know the best words to describe it, but these games become very sort of like hazy at distance, and I know what I mean in my head, but it's just, it looks a little bit weak, and it's not as bad as like Jedi Survivor or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but Spider-Man 2 would look really good. Maybe seeing the quality mode now at 60 FPS and the performance mode like 120, because I think it's already at like 90 frames and stuff like that at certain situations. Next on the list is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I would love to see like full ray tracing added to this game. Some of the higher PC settings that we got on PC, I would like to see these brought to PS5 Pro to just boost visuals even further, higher resolution, higher base resolution in performance mode, and more ray tracing. That would be really good. And then I think this next one's probably the second one after Final Fantasy that I would like to see, and that's Returnal. I love Returnal. It's one of my top PlayStation 5 games that came out for the system of all time. I love it. I think it's a brilliant title, but it does look pretty rough around the edges on PlayStation 5, the base model. So I think having this game with some of the PC settings boosting that resolution to 4K or close to, and a higher base resolution, and using PSSR cleaning up that image, because we're at a point with PSSR and what we're hearing about people who've already used PSSR, it's actually going to be able to use a lower base resolution than like FSR2, but also produce a better image quality from that. So that's really interesting. It's looking like it's going to be very good. So I would like to see PSSR introduced to this game, and then definitely increasing the resolution as much as we can, and just seeing how it goes. And I would like to see a higher than 60 FPS mode as well, because to be honest, this game needs higher FPS. It's a very fast-paced shooter. So yes, anyway, Jedi Survivor is one that I've kind of briefly mentioned in this video, but it's very hazy, very watercolory, and just does not look great at all, in my opinion. I would very much like to see a patch for this game, because it's a great game, and it deserves a better quality treatment for console owners who now have this new hardware, or will be getting this new hardware. Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. To be honest, I don't even need to talk specifically about Last of Us. I would like to see all the PlayStation exclusive games, including stuff like Demon's Souls, boosted. I would like to start seeing what we get, the image quality we get in quality mode. I would like to see that level of resolution in the performance mode. Even if we don't include ray tracing in that, I would just like to see everything be closer to native 4K on PlayStation 5 Pro, because that's personally what makes it better for me. I don't really care that much about ray tracing. The ray tracing stuff is really, really cool, and if it can be added at 60, great. But at the end of the day, with the performance mode, I just want that resolution bumped up because it's very hazy and everything just looks a little bit pixelated. So I would like to see that in all these games. And then the last one is Black Myth Wukong. I've just finished my playthrough of that on Saturday. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. Brilliant game, but it looks pretty rough around the edges in some situations. In certain parts and certain chapters it's worse than others, but I would like to see that again, the resolution boosted and the frame rate boosted, maybe locked 60 would be really, really good for a game like that on PS5 Pro. And then just some general like quality improvements would be really, really good to just make this UE5 game. It already looks great, but I would like to just see the rough edges smoothed off and just make it look really, really, really nice. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you guys agree with this list? Do you want to see other games enhanced? Let me know what games you think should do with enhanced, what I've missed off the list, because I'm sure there's some. But that's it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.